Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Packers going up against the Jaguars. With that, I get to say hello for the first time to our new commentators this year, as I'm privileged to welcome in Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Yeldon, the lone running back. They're going to give it to him running right. Here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Second down following the run. Back to throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. For that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. The 13 yards that time and a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught at the 8. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A first carry now. This is Lacy. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Again, it's Lacy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And for Jacksonville, their defensive starters, the youngster, the rookie out of UCLA, Miles Jack, a guy to watch.
You have to watch him because he can make a big play from just about anywhere on the field. Top 5 talent. Ends up going number 36 because of a knee injuries last year at UCLA. They'll use him all over the place for matchup situations, and he will wreak havoc. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now a pitch out to Lacy. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. You think back at Alabama, he was there, Ingram was there, Richardson all at the same time. Boy, they produced some backs, haven't they?
They do. They are run-heavy, and backs are attracted to that. They know they're going to carry the football often, and they'll get plenty of help from those big people up front.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So 2nd and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Can't find anyone open. A dump off to Lacey. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out of them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career touchdown. Career game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can.
Jordy Nelson all by himself. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the return, Rashad Green. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run with Yeldon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Yeldon, the lone running back. He'll get the football here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. 319. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Rodgers will handle Lacey. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. It's caught. Nelson. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level.
That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, 46 yards, and the Packers are back within a score. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And oh, that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. One receiver left, 3 to the right. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. They find some open field here. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Rodgers.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now back to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
So now it's 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Lacey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken short. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Yeldon, the lone running back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go now, Barney. Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They try the left side with Lacey. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a handoff. Here's Lacey. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now another shot here at the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He's going to let it fly. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt.
Watching now, Barney. Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. In the red zone this time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because
Yeah.
It's like a movie, but it's like a 3-minute documentary. I don't know, bro. Just don't even think about it, bro.
A 3-minute documentary?
No, that shit 29 minutes. Bottom line.
Oh yeah, I'm geeking out. I'm tripping.
Go watch that shit, bro. I didn't watch it.
I'm not watching that shit. I seen a little snippet of that shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
I didn't know what it was, bro. That shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I YouTube that hoe. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You watched the 29 minutes?
Oh, the fuck. Who saw
People, I'm skipping that shit.
that shit's on YouTube, nigga? What?
Yeah.
You?
Yo, cuz. Yo, cuz. Yo. Yo, cuz. Yo. Yo, cuz.